Rising, Gemini Venus. How you doing? Quick announcement. I have a song coming out on the channel Awkward Confidence. I'll leave the description. I'll leave the details in the description, and feel free to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I'll leave that there in the description as well. My song is called Queen of Swords, and yeah, feel free to check it out. Yeah, just thought I'd promote myself because I never really do, but yeah, why not? Just put myself out there. All right, so what's the energy for Gemini this month of August? What's the energy for Gemini this month of August? Oh, okay. We got money. We have in a day reverse. Okay. We have fear. We have death and endings in reverse. Okay. We have pride. And we have, ooh, disloyalty in reverse. Okay. Okay. Why do I feel like that's meant to go here? Okay, cool. I want to clarify. And we have gratitude at the bottom of the deck. So let's clarify. What's this disloyalty in reverse about? Oh, one fell down. Okay. We have the Fool card. Okay. Okay, I'm getting, okay, and we have the Four of Pentacles. Okay, I'm getting a good picture. Can you clarify the Death card in reverse and the Day in reverse? I saw the Emperor come up, but, oh yeah, the Emperor fell out. Okay, the Emperor. Oh, okay, okay. And yeah, pride. Oh, you guys are hustlers. Oh, okay. The Hierophant and the Seven of Swords. It's actually good energy, believe it or not. Believe it or not. Okay. All right, it's crystal clear to me. This may or may not resonate. I have to say that before every reading because people think, oh my God, this doesn't resonate in my life. And I'm like, okay, you're not the only person on earth. I digress. So this is actually pretty good energy. So we have fear and disloyalty in reverse. So what I'm getting here, this is in regards to love. That's what I'm getting. Mostly love. Could be friendship, but mostly love. I feel like for my Geminis, you guys have been through the fucking ringer. I think every zodiac sign has. And especially in love. Like people really underestimate Geminis. People think Geminis are these heartless beings. They're very manipulative. They're two-faced, yada, yada, yada. We're sick of the stereotypes. We're tired, okay? You guys, you always feel like no one will love you to the extent in which you give love because Geminis are a very emotionally and socially intelligent sign. We adapt to the way we behave based upon how someone is going to react. So say, for example, if we know somebody is sensitive, we automatically know how to phrase our words. We automatically know how to make what we say still truthful, but in a way that a sensitive ear can take the information, right? We're very emotionally intelligent and we love really hard. Like we love getting to know people. We're very curious people. And when we get to know someone, we need to know their love language is so that we can love them correctly. We love hard and people don't know this about us as Geminis. So you're terrified that one day you'll fall in love with someone, right? And you don't want to be cheated on. You don't want them to be horrible towards you. You don't want to find out they're disrespecting you behind your back. Like you just want true love. So some people may see you in a way where you're like, oh, Gemini doesn't care about love. Gemini is independent. Gemini has been single for a long time. Gemini is just in their own lane. But what people don't realize is like you do want love deep down. You're not desperate for it, but you would like love. But you're so fearful of it because you don't want to be cheated on. You see how horrible the world is. The thing is, with Geminis, they're very humanitarian. People don't realize that, you know? And they pay attention to the way people behave and stuff. That's how we learn about people quickly. And you want someone who's loyal. And when I say loyal, I mean, you're the type of person, right? Where you want somebody who's loyal because that is their character. You want someone who's loyal because they are in love with you and that is who they are. And they are just naturally loyal. It's in their blood, right? You don't want somebody who's loyal just because I couldn't find someone else or just because I need to depend on Gemini. Or you don't want someone who's loyal out of convenience. You want somebody who's loyal because they chose you, they want you, they love you, and that's just who they are. So you get really fearful of getting into a relationship only to be betrayed, because it's clarified by the Four of Pentacles and the Fool card. So it's like you don't mind getting to know people, you don't mind taking the risk, you don't mind being vulnerable in love. But it's like there's also this fear element of like, what if someone cheats on me? What if someone betrays me? Because you guys may have gone through this in the past. You may have even been with narcissists. So it's like this big fear of like, I don't want to get played. But the good thing is disloyalty is in reverse, which means you're coming out of that fear slowly. You're starting to realize you can't control people. You have to learn to trust people. And if someone disappoints you, you're not afraid to walk away. But you have to decipher somebody's character first. That's why you don't mind taking your time in love. You don't mind being friends first. You don't mind getting to know people for as long as you can until you are secure enough to understand their character. And you'll think, okay, are they somebody who's a loyal person by nature? Would they really love me? Like, you're willing to take your time and learn and understand. This is why Gemini is a very intelligent sign. You don't mind taking your time in love. You don't mind really getting to know someone as long as you can decipher that they're a good person, they meet your standards, and they're loyal. So that's why you're like, okay, I'm going to throw this fear away. Even though I'm scared, I'm coming out of this. I need to learn to trust, and I need to get to know someone inside and out and not rush things so that I can be able to understand that this person is going to be for me. It's easier said than done, because I understand this is a whole PTSD thing. Like, it's like you want to trust people, you want love, you want to put yourself out there, but it's like sometimes you kind of keep your relationships and friendships with people on surface level. It's like you want to be the happy person in people's lives. You don't want to be the person with baggage or with problems, or if you're going through a bad day, you would rather keep to yourself than share it with other people. You don't want to tell people, hey, I'm having a crappy situation because of X, Y, and Z. Like, you'd rather just take your L's in private and suffer in silence and cry it out and work on it, and then go out in public and be happy with everybody, because you don't like to dampen the mood. You're actually you're more, what's the word? You sacrifice a lot, and you really like to make people happy. People just think Geminis are selfish, but Geminis really don't want to bring anyone's mood down or vibe down. They'd rather suffer in silence than share with other people, because they don't want to ruin other people's days, and they don't know how to rely on people emotionally. So everything's very surface level. It's like we can hang out, we can have fun, we can go for drinks, but in terms of getting deep, it's like you don't want to get too deep because you don't want to seem like a burden on anyone. You really, like, Gemini's a very loving sign. I think people just really misinterpret Gemini. But it's like there's this fear of like, I want love, but I'm also scared of it. But you're slowly coming out of that, right? Because I feel like love is trying to enter your life. Love is trying to penetrate into your life. But it's like you want to accept it, but it's also a bit of scariness here and there, right? That's what I'm getting. Okay. We also have day in reverse and death and endings in reverse, which means I feel like a lot of you are going through big changes. You're starting to become more confident. You're starting to become bosses. You're focusing on your career. You focus on self-love. And I feel like for a long time, you may have been so scared to put yourself out there. You may have been like one of those Geminis that kind of like to keep to themselves. And you're like, oh, like, you guys are very humble. I'm sensing you guys have a very humble energy. Like, for a long time, you're like, oh, I don't want to steal the spotlight, or I don't want to put myself out there, or I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. But you have many talents, you have many things, many skills to be admired. You're very beautiful. You may kind of downplay your beauty, you may hide some certain things, you may want to be modest. But I feel like because of that, you were avoiding changing. You were avoiding making big changes to your appearance, to yourself, to your life, because you didn't want to stand out. You wanted to fit in with everybody because you didn't want to be the sore thumb, right? But that's caused delays in your success. That's caused delays in other areas of your life, because you didn't want to put yourself out there. You didn't want to become this boss. You felt like this is too much. I don't know if I have what it takes. And sometimes if you've dealt with people who've been narcissistic towards you, you feel like they've kind of chipped away at your self-esteem and made you more reclusive, more introverted, more like, let me just keep myself to myself. But then now you're changing. Now you're coming out of this. This has become delayed, but now you're finally stepping out and being yourself. You're stepping out and saying, I want to be a boss. I know my worth. I have high self-esteem now. People were trying to humble me and put me down because they could see that I was great way before I could see I was great. But now, because of these delays, you're now coming to the realization that you've been an emperor all along, whether you're a male or a female. You've been this boss all along, but people try to humble you. People try to make you not see your worth, especially if you've been through narcissistic abuse. But now you're like, I've put myself out there. I know my worth, and no one could knock me down. Like maybe in the past you may wanted to keep the peace and be this really good person, and you don't want to like step on people's toes. You were very considerate of other people, but now you're like, you know what? I'm a boss, and I'm not gonna hide my skills anymore. I'm not gonna hide myself. It reminds me of that Disney Channel song from Camp Rock, like, no more hiding who I wanna be. This is me. Like, you're just putting yourself out there. You're like, this is me. This is who I am. And if you don't like it, you can fuck off. Like, you're no longer looking for validation or acceptance in other people anymore. You're accepting yourself, and that's what's getting you towards a good place in your life. I also feel like you're practicing a lot of gratitude, as we do have this at the bottom of the deck, because you're so grateful for everything you've achieved and everything you're working towards and everything in life in general. That God is going to give you more. God is going to bless you with even bigger and better. All I see is blessings and big changes coming your way, Gemini. So I feel like you're actually being blessed by the universe or by God, because you're so grateful for even the little you have. So he's going to multiply it. You're putting yourself out there. You're no longer having to be so humble. Sometimes you need to pop off. Sometimes you need to say, yeah, I am the shit. Because people know you are, and they try to humble you. Some people may even try to pretend like they don't see you, or they don't notice you, or they want to humble you. But you're like, fuck that. I don't even care for your validation. I think I'm lit. And the only opinion that should matter is your own, right? We do have money. We have pride. So I feel like some of you may be prideful. Like if you ever needed money, you're the type of person that'd be like, I'm not going to ask people for money. That's crazy. Or if you're struggling, you're like, I'm not going to let anyone know I'm struggling. You would rather hustle for your own bag than ask somebody else. And I feel like because of this mentality, money's actually coming in for you. You could be hustling and saving and just knowing how to spend your money correctly. And that's what's actually bringing in more abundance. I feel like now you're embodying this Hierophant energy. People see you as someone who has a really good reputation, but you're keeping things. You're hiding the fact that even if you have struggles and you have to work hard and grind hard and even avoid people at times to focus on yourself, this is what's making your reputation good, because you're more focused on doing things privately and not letting people know your plans. And yeah, it's actually working out for you. So that's really good, Gemini. Keep it up. Okay, what's going to be happening for Gemini in August? What's going to be happening for Gemini in August? What's going to be happening for Gemini in August? Okay. We have the Three of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Cups. We have the Ace of Cups. Why does love keep coming out? Even for me, like I'm a Gemini, right? Love keeps becoming a theme. I keep seeing 222, 1122, like everything love related, like red roses, pink roses, everything is love, 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 right? And you're like, where's it at? Like I'm not even focused on it. You know, love is coming in. Okay, we have Eight of Pentacles. Ooh, we have the Four of Cups, and we have the Temperance. Okay, people want to love you. And we have the Four of Pentacles. Okay, I see what the problem is. Ooh, and the Five of Wands. Okay, I feel like when it comes to your bag, when it comes to your career, your money, you guys are hustling. You guys are working so hard, and people are actually starting to recognize you're getting big abundance. People want to collab with you as well. People feel like you're a great person to work with. And people are starting to see like, damn, like I want to work with Gemini. Gemini seems to have their shit together. Gemini is really dominating the game. You're gaining recognition for everything you're doing because you're hustling in private and you're showing out in public. So you're doing well financially. You're building your wealth. But I do feel like you're also emotionally unavailable. So people are like, do you want to hang? And you're like, nah, I'm busy. But I feel it's because you're more focused emotionally on yourself. This Four of Cups is like people are offering their cup to you, but you're rejecting it. And you're too busy loving yourself. You're too busy focusing on yourself, but not even in a conceited way, but you have compassion for other people. You have love for other people. You don't mind having friendships, but it's like you're so focused on yourself and loving yourself that no one really has matched your level of interest. I feel like it's not like you're pushing people away on purpose. It's like you're more focused on your abundance because you don't want to let anyone distract you, and you're very cautious with who you give your energy to. This is very stingy energy. She's like, she loves, but she's very selective with who she gives her time to, her energy to. And you haven't really met anyone that kind of makes you feel like, yeah, like, oh my God, like you're the one. Like you haven't bumped into anyone that makes you feel that way. So you're rejecting other offers at the moment and you're coming off as very emotionally unavailable. But it's because you just love yourself. And because you're loving up on yourself, you're actually attracting new love. Okay? Because the Temperance card is all about, union, self-love, peace. And I feel like with the cups, the Ace of Cups, new love is trying to enter in because you're at peace with yourself. You now recognize the red flags and you're not going to allow anyone to make you feel confused. Now you're just like, okay, I'm happy on my own. I'm independent on my own. I love myself. I haven't met anyone who sparks my interest. But if they do come, I am available. But you're going to be very cautious and take your time. You're just going to go with the flow. Yeah, because you're coming off as like, I'm very selective with who I share my energy with. So I want to keep to myself for the time being. But this 5 of Wands, I feel like people are fighting over you. You don't even realize it. People are fighting for your attention. Some people are even jealous of other people because you may give your attention to one person. Even friendships, people are fighting for your energy, but you're just more focused on yourself. Because I'm not getting that this is internal. I feel like this is external. You're at peace. You love yourself. You're just more focused on your bag and yourself. But people really be invested in your life like that. Is there anything Gemini must know for the month of August? Yeah, I feel like people are adoring you. Even people from the past, but it's like you don't even pay them any mind. Yeah, we have the Temperance again. We have 5 of Swords. We have 2 of Wands. Something tells me it may have taken you a long time to get over someone. And not even the way where like you were constantly yearning for someone, but more like the severing of the energy cord was very difficult because you were long gone and got over somebody, out of sight, out of mind for you, but they could not get over you because they were latched onto your energy. So now finally you're reading, you're picking up just new energy, like new, because you're done with it. The Star card, ooh, child. Queen of Wands, 9 of Pentacles. Oh my God, I feel like I'm getting called to say like, look like a lady, act like a lady, but think like a man. You guys are very femme fatale, dark feminine energy. We have the Hermit, okay? Ooh, we have the Hermit and the Justice. If you're dealing through a court situation, it's going to go in your favor. You're getting karmic justice. Everything, you're getting such good karma. People who have done you wrong are suffering right now. Just FYI, just thought I'd let you know. But with the Star card, you're being seen as very unique. Dream woman, dream man. Everybody's adoring you. There's something about your energy that just screams star quality. Everybody is in awe of you because you are at peace with yourself. You don't really compare yourself to people. Like people may ask, oh, what's your idol? Or who do you want to inspire to be like? You'd be like, myself. Like you don't compare yourself to people. And that's why you're happy. That's why you're in a predicament of peace because you know what makes insecure people sad and jealous? It's because they compare themselves to other people, but you don't compare yourself to anyone. And I'm sensing that it took you a long time to get to that point of view in life. Like it's not easy. No one's just born confident. Like it took you a while to get to that point, especially if you've been with people who've put you down in the past, people who've really broken your heart, cheated on you, lied to you, just mistreatment overall. Is you have got yourself back up, and it's very hard to do that. People think you make it look easy. People think that you bounce back easy. No matter what you go through, you bounce back. But what people don't realize is it took forever to get to this point of view. That's why when you're giving advice to people, you're like, oh, just love yourself, focus on yourself, invest in yourself, shut out anyone who's ruining your mental health, move away from them. People look at you like you're crazy because they're like, that's so hard to do. Like, you're making it sound so easy. But it's not easy, but you do it anyway. You make it look easy because you love yourself. It's very hard to build yourself back up, but you did it. And people are seeing you as this dream woman, this star quality, this star energy, You embrace the darkness, the changes, and that's why you're attracting abundance. You just focus on yourself. Queen of Wands, you're independent, you're sexy, you're attractive. And I feel like this is not you being manipulative, but you can outsmart people who try to manipulate you now. Like, you're a wise person because you've gone through some shit. People may have betrayed you in the past, And they may be thinking like, why is she so sophisticated? He or she, why is she so smart? Why is Gemini so smart? They can't be played anymore, because you took your pain from the past and you learned from the red flags, and now you spot them. You smell them from a mile away. You guys could be very intuitive as well, especially with that Queen of Cups and before. It's like you now look at this point of view where you're like, you know what? I'm a boss. And I can sense if you're dodgy for me, so I know how to move accordingly. You're very calculated, strategic, even secretive. Some people may not like the fact that you're very independent and you're secretive. People want to know your business. People want to be up your ass. And you're just like, listen, that's none of your business. Like, you don't share your secrets with people, and you don't give your energy to just anyone. You're very selective because you're very intelligent. You're very smart. You always win in every situation. When people try to hurt you, you always win. And they always end up hurting themselves. Yeah, you're very independent, but you got options though. You are holding the world in your hands, and you have decisions whether you want to go one path or this path, but you have options because you're building wealth for yourself. You don't need anyone. I'm getting for you, Geminis, you don't rely on anyone's money but your own. So it's giving you the freedom to choose. And I think this is what pisses off a lot of misogynistic people. Knowing that you're independent enough to make decisions for yourself and have freedom. Some people don't want women having freedom because they feel like they're going to be harder to control, right? Especially if you dealt with a narcissist. But you're in this element of you do whatever you want. This is your month, Gemini. You get to do whatever the fuck you want. Yeah, because you've been isolating yourself, because you're becoming wiser. You're very selective with your energy, and you don't just give it to just anybody. And you sense that not everybody has good intentions, so that's why you don't even want to give it towards anyone. You don't want anyone to distract you or hold you back. Oh, we have recovery. Yeah, some of you could be recovering from either heartbreak or just recovering physically. I know I am. I've recently got my wisdom tooth extracted, so I'm recovering from that. I'm not even eating hard food, so it could be a physical recovery, but some of you could just be taking a rest. But either way, I feel like you're resting and you're learning to rejuvenate here and there. We have improving health. Yeah, some of you could be getting fit, exercising more, eating healthier more, not eating out. Like, you're improving yourself. And we have reconsider. So say, for example, if you feel like, oh, you know what, maybe I should give this person from the past a chance, you're being asked to reconsider. And you're reconsidering life options. You're reconsidering friendship circles. You're trying to depict who can you trust and who can't you trust. Because you're like, some things need reconsidering. Okay, so you're being very, very careful about that. At the bottom of the deck, we have no. So this is, when I see no, I think of boundaries. So I feel like you guys are learning how to say no to people. You're like, listen, like you could have been the very playful, outgoing, social type of Gemini where someone invites you out. You're like, yeah, sign me up. Yeah, I want to go out. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's do this. Yeah. Because you don't want to miss out on fun. You feel like if you don't go, you might regret. But now you're not afraid to tell people no, because you're like, listen, I have boundaries and I'm tired. I don't want to go. Or if someone's like, oh, do you want to be on the phone with me all night? And you're like, I got shit to do. Sorry, no. Like, you're actually setting boundaries and people respect you for it. And you're not afraid to know whether you're missing out on something or not, because you're like, listen, these are my boundaries and I need time to rest. So I do feel like some of you will be going out less because you're like, I need time to just rest. Oh, yeah, we have don't sweat the small stuff. So I feel like even if you come across people who may be pissed off in the new energy that you're at, and it may piss you off, you may argue with someone, you may even have to end a few friendships with people. They're saying don't sweat the small stuff. Some of you may have lost a few friends because you have boundaries, or lost a few options because you said no to them. You're rejecting people. Don't sweat the small stuff. Don't look at yourself like, oh, am I a bad person? Sometimes you need to rest. It's okay to say no. We have, it's not an emergency. When I look at this card, I think of, it's not that deep. So like, if you're feeling like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have said this, or maybe I shouldn't have done this, or you're reflecting back on decisions you've made in the past, they're saying it's not that deep. It's not that deep. It's okay. It's not an emergency. You're not leaving the house unless it's an emergency. You're just like in your zone, right? And we have turn back. So I'm going to clarify what that means. And we have seek an expert. So we clarify turn back. You could be nostalgic, but I'm also getting a sense of inner child healing. You may be revisiting traumas. If you go to therapy, you may be asked to revisit your childhood. We have the lovers. This is you guys. And we have, okay, this is about love in the past that was disappointing. You guys may have PTSD. I know I do. From the past. You could be thinking about the past, the soulmate relationship you had in the past, where you feel like, oh, I really love that person, but this person really disappointed me. They really did me wrong. And as a result, it made you very hard-headed. It made you very defensive towards others because this person really broke your heart. So you could be thinking about that, and it makes you wonder if you're ever going to love people again because it made you a little bit closed off. You know, it could be a big burden to have to deal with, but it's all to do with soulmate connection in the past, even childhood for some of you. That's why we have at the bottom of the deck, seek an expert. You may need to go through therapy or talking therapy or counseling because it may be blocking your ability to fall in love with people because of the pain you've gone through, you know? So that's why you're saying it's not an emergency. It doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. Don't sweat the small stuff, okay? Yeah, I think my son is waking up, so I'm gonna have to speed this up. But oh my god, for Taurus, I forgot to get some charms. Oh no, fuck Taurus anyway. Oh well, oh well. Any other advice you have for Gemini? We have the Seas of Mintaka, seeing potential, bringing unconscious to light. Remember, your enemies see your potential way before you saw your own potential. And I feel like this month is now you're starting to see your own potential. You're starting to see you could be going far in life. You could be successful in this life. Don't hold yourself back. People see it too. So now you're popping out. You're popping out online. You're posting those sexy pictures. You're just putting yourself out there now. Okay, child of the cosmos, the intelligence of the universe lies within you. So I feel like you're taking everything you've gone through as a lesson and you're learning from it because you're very wise, Gemini. You're very intelligent. So it's like now you're learning from what you've gone through and it's helping you move accordingly in your life as to how you want to go about love. You may be very nostalgic this month about past situations and past decisions, but they made you who you are today and they made you wiser. So don't regret it. We have the great severing, Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. I feel like you're cutting ties with people who no longer resonate with you or who are not really good for your mental health. And so that you can make a room for people who you can love, you can trust, you can resonate with. It may seem like a big thing. I mean, we are in retrograde, Venus retrograde, I think. But you're letting go of people who make you feel uncomfortable and just make you feel like unloved or unappreciated and just demand too much of you, but without giving the bare minimum. You're softening to love. You, in order to get rid of people and welcome new love, it's going to be difficult, but you have to do this to find new love, right? We have Hathors, deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. I feel like you're changing. There's something evolving. There's new growth. It's almost like you're becoming a new person, and some people won't be able to recognize it, and they may be feeling some type of way about it, and that's exactly why they may have a problem with it. But you're cutting anyone off. We have the tiger's eye. So don't have regret. Okay, we also have this Saturn. So I do think karma is a big thing. People who've done you dirty are getting their bad karma, but you're getting good karma. But I'm also getting you guys are very out of this world. You're very unique and people are admiring you for that. We also have the Leo symbol. So you guys could be Leo rising like me, but you're becoming very confident. Okay. We also have, oh, the butterfly. Yeah, there's something changing about who you are. You're very unique and you're embracing all changes. And people may not like that, but fuck them. You know, they don't pay your fucking bills. You're changing, you're growing, you're evolving. You went from a caterpillar to a butterfly and you're becoming more confident and you're really protected. So don't think that like, oh no, people are not going to like the new me. Fuck them. You're putting yourself out there. You're tired of hiding. Rip me at the fucking plastic, you know? And we have not just hip hop. So I feel like you guys could be getting more active, losing more weight, or doing something that's outside of your comfort zone, more dancing here and there. But I just smell confidence. Let's get your love advice and then we'll call it a day. What's your love advice for Gemini? What's love advice for Gemini? We have let your friends help you, ask and accept support from others. I don't see this in a way of getting advice, but I feel like you have friends that will come to you for advice about love. I feel like you sometimes may get annoyed because they don't take it, but it's like you're still going to be seen as that person people come to for advice. But I get this is more of a sense of go out more with friends and you might meet the person that you're meant to be with outside. I don't get that you're going to fall in love through the internet, to be honest with you. So this is more like hang out with friends or start friendships first and then you'll get to know the person. We have give your relationship a chance. And we have romantic feelings. Your feelings are worth exploring. So you are attracting new love. And I don't think this is give any past relationship a chance, but this is more of give love in general a chance, because you may have been very distant and defensive because you've been hurt. And I get that this is so subconscious. Like, you don't do it on purpose. This is just PTSD. This is just psychological. But you're being advised to give it a chance, because great love is worth taking the risk, honestly. And at the bottom of the deck, we have very soon. So decide what you want so you can have it very soon. So love is coming in, but I feel like a lot of you may be closed off to it because you're at peace by yourself. But, you know, just take your time. Like, just because love is coming in doesn't mean you need to get married tomorrow. Like, you could become friends with someone and really get to know them inside and out, and then it blossoms into love. So just be open to it. Don't close yourself off. If you feel like, oh, I'm not ready yet, love is going to be such a big distraction for me in my career, then meet someone who's also career focused and minded as well. Like, they will understand that. But yeah, that's what I'm getting. Thank you guys for watching. Take care and bye.